Delegation is a clarity test of process, ownership, and outcome. If you want real ownership, give real clarity. You're listening to Clarity with Priya, a space where we can slow down so we can lead, work, and live with more intention and less noise. Today's episode is about a leadership skill most people think they are good at until they actually have to do it. It's delegation. Not the version where you hand off tasks and anxiously hover, but the kind that builds real trust, real responsibility, and real results. If you want real ownership, give real clarity. Delegation isn't simply assigning work, it's transferring responsibility with context. Most breakdowns in delegation are not skill issues, they are clarity issues. The person doesn't know the real goal. They don't know what good looks like. They don't know the boundaries. They don't know the timelines that actually matter. They don't know how much autonomy they truly have. And when clarity is missing, leaders compensate by hovering, checking in constantly, oversteering, undoing work, taking back control. Suddenly, it's not delegation, it's a disguised micromanagement. Most people don't struggle to delegate, they struggle to trust what delegation requires. When we are overwhelmed, it just feels faster to do it ourselves. When we are anxious, it feels safer to keep control. When we are perfectionist, it feels easier to say, I will fix it. But here's the truth: you cannot scale yourself, you can only scale through others. And scaling through others demands clarity, not supervision. Hovering doesn't protect quality, it kills accountability. It conditions people to wait for your approval instead of building their own judgment. Delegation isn't a one line instruction, it's a structured handover. It sounds like, here's the direction we are driving toward, not the task, but the impact. Here's what success looks like: concrete, visual, measurable. Here's the non negotiable boundary: budget, timeline, risk, brand tone, whatever matters. Here's what's flexible: space for them to think, create, experiment. Here's how we will check in: not surprises, not last minute rescues, predictable check ins. Delegation is a clarity contract, and good contracts reduce friction and increase trust. Here's a five-part delegation framework you can rely on. Intent: why this matters. People give their best when they understand the why. Outcome: what the final result should achieve, not the task, but the impact. Empowerment: what they can decide without you. Empowerment reduces dependency. Checkpoints: set expectations for updates upfront. This reduces the need to hover. Support plan: what resources, clarity, or information they can come to you for. When this framework is clear, people rise. When it's missing, even the talented people underperform. When you delegate with precision, your team grows, you grow, the work gets better, the outcomes get bigger, and everyone builds confidence, not confusion. Delegation done right is not the loss of control, it's the creation of capability. It's the moment when leadership shifts from doing everything to building people who can do anything. Before we close, let's reflect on this. Where in your life are you delegating tasks but not clarity? And what would happen if you did both? You're listening to Clarity with Priya. If this episode helped you rethink leadership, then share it with someone who is building a team of their own.